All right, I'm in Gwinnett County, Georgia, just across the street from the Gwinnett County Courthouse, which is right there. That's the courthouse that in 1978, Larry Flynt, the guy that owned Hustler magazine, was on trial here for obscenity charges for selling his magazine here in Gwinnett County. They must have had some really strict laws back then, but he was at that courthouse. It was March 6th? March 6th of 1978. Then when they broke for lunch, Larry Flynt and his attorney Reeves. What was his attorney's first name?
Just told me Reeves. Sorry.
I know Gene Reeves went to lunch 3 blocks from the courthouse. It was called V, like in Victor.
Yep.
V&J Cafe.
Yep.
We looked it up, but the place closed down in like 2017, so it would have been cool to go have lunch over there. But it was 3 blocks away from the courthouse, and as they were walking back from lunch towards the courthouse, they were on that side of the street. Actually, no, they were on this side of the street. I have pictures to line up, and there happened to be a local news crew that was here covering the trial, so they showed up shortly after the incident. But the shots came from that building right there. Larry Flynt and his attorney were shot. Larry Flynt was shot right in front of this house. I have pictures and video. Thanks to Rayan, by the way, from Nerd Locations. The dude is the absolute Jedi master of finding locations, not just filming locations, pop culture, everything. Check out his, I always go on his Instagram. We happen to be friends. I see his stuff on Facebook, but definitely check out his Instagram. But Larry Flynt collapsed or went down right in front of this house. His attorney Reeves from the videos was somewhere closer to this brick building.
Gene Reeves was on the sidewalk in a pool of blood. Ambulance crews had picked up Flynt moments earlier. He had been shot once in the stomach. The bullet which hit Reeves had apparently gone through an arm and slammed into his side. Flynt had spent all morning on the witness stand and was due up again in a few minutes until the shots rang out. Even people who were only a few feet away weren't positive what had happened.
His attorney went into a coma, but he eventually made a full recovery. Larry Flynt, we know, he was paralyzed. He was paralyzed from the waist down. The news crews that were across the street got here pretty quick, enough to see. I think Larry Flynt had already been taken away. He was in more serious condition. Reeves was alerted at the time, but when the news media got here, and there's footage, I'll try to add it to this video, being loaded onto the ambulance and rushed away. What year was it? There was a serial killer that confessed to being the one that made the shot.
1984?
In 1984. He had 3 names. Remember his name?
Joseph Paul Franklin.
Yeah, Joseph Paul Franklin. Now the shots, everyone that was here, the witnesses knew, came from there. Now what I read online, I don't know if he was renting an apartment over there, but when witnesses in that news crew interviews, saw him run around the back of the building. We'll go back there. I'm sure it's private property, but we'll go see what it looks like. What was his name again? I should remember all these names.
It's okay. Joseph Paul Franklin.
Yeah, we have it on the other phone. We looked it all up. Joseph Paul Franklin. He was a white supremacist. He claims that what set him off was seeing interracial sex scenes in Larry's magazine, and that's what made him want to take out Larry Flynt. I'm gonna go try to get some comparison shots, try to add it to the end of this video, have lunch around here somewhere in this little town. But the shots came from that building right there. Larry Flynt wound up right in front of this house. All right.